uh, the soccer tournaments around the world that just ended.
Yeah,
We could talk about how Gareth Southgate's going to be the new men's United States men's team coach.
I will address that issue on the official podcast, Jason. I will address that issue.
I
That's
read
enough of
our
that
Twitter the
blasphemy.
other day.
Yeah, that's enough of that blasphemy. Let's get this episode started. Hello and welcome to another COVID-ridden episode of the Red, White, and the Blues podcast, where I have COVID. Thankfully, Jason doesn't, but we are here and alive, and yeah, we're here. How you doing,
Yeah,
Jason? We're
I'm
back.
good,
We're
man.
back.
We're back. Daniel, it's so good to have you back. It feels comfortable again. I missed you on the last podcast. I went back and listened to that. My God, like
Dude,
I need to practice public speaking.
you did amazing. I enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed
I'm
it.
glad. I'm
I
glad. I'm
liked
sorry
it.
to tell everyone about your Speedo picture.
Oh. It's
I'm really
fine.
sorry about that.
It's fine. Oh, remind
But
me. I need to send you a picture from my trip after this. It's a family
oh,
photo
okay.
that we took with my family. I need to send it to you.
Oh,
You're
okay.
you're like
I
one
will,
of five people in the world that might appreciate it.
yes, I
Um,
can't wait to see it. But you got to tell me, where did you get the Chelsea Speedo? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, that's in the ground. Sorry to rile
Tommy
you up
T.
in the
Tommy
intro.
T. Yeah,
Whoa,
he sent it personally
y'all
as a
did.
gift.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's what people listening to this podcast don't know is that we're best friends with Tommy T.
Yeah.
But he's a pariah in Chelsea circles now, and he's told us we've asked him several times to come on the show,
Yeah.
and he's told us that it's too soon.
Too soon.
So yeah. So anyway, that's why we haven't hit it big yet, is because Tommy T will not
Yeah.
freaking help us out. But friend of the channel, Tommy T.
Friend of the channel, Tommy T gave me my Speedo, guys. There is out in the open. It is out in the open. Yeah. But yeah, I am recovering from COVID right now, so my voice sounds like shit. That is why. But that's what happens when you go to Disney World. Disney gives you COVID, so stay far away from Disney World, people. That's all I
Way to
gotta say.
power through, man. You are a badass.
Hey, look, I try to be here, whatever. I will say your episode last week was great. Thank you for hosting, Jason. I appreciate it. You did an amazing job. And
Thanks,
it
man.
is it is awkward, isn't it, though? It's awkward.
I owe you like four more
No,
solo
three.
podcasts.
I've only done three. And one of them doesn't count because you were technically out the country, so you couldn't do anything about it. Right?
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
wait, but didn't
no.
we did we do one? Did we call?
Remember
Did
you and Tommy
we
T got fired. You were doing
Oh, I was
something that
there. No,
day.
I was there when Potter got fired.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Then Potter. I wouldn't do an emergency podcast for Potter being fired though, because that
No,
was yeah.
no.
Anyway, um, yeah. I don't know. I don't really. We don't. There's not like to be honest. There's not a lot of Chelsea news going on this week. Shocking. Well, I guess there's one issue we can talk about the big one in the room, but I mean, it's not really a lot to talk about.
Are you talking
But
about Fofana no longer having John Terry's number and taking Silva's number instead? Because I got to tell you, that is a disgrace to John Terry.
Yeah, I know. I mean, well, I mean, like, I don't know. I get they don't. That's the thing about English football. They don't do stuff like we do over here, like retire numbers.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The number is not that big of a deal. Yeah.
yeah, numbers aren't that big of a deal over there. Because I mean, but yeah, it's interesting. I didn't know that. I saw that they came out with new kid numbers. I didn't realize that Fofana had switched kids
Yeah.
though. Um,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about how Enzo Fernandez is a racist.
yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, that
Yeah.
the awkwardness in the room of Enzo Maresca and his I can't I mean, granted I didn't look up. I'm just trusting what people are saying because I've seen the video, but of course it was not in
You
English.
mean,
And
sorry, you said Maresca. You mean Fernandez, right? Like,
yeah, oh yeah,
we
sorry,
have two
Fernandez.
Enzos now.
Yes,
Yeah.
we got to distinguish Enzo Fernandez, the Argentinian who plays midfield for Chelsea in Argentina, after
Copa
their
America champion,
Copa
baby.
America win. Yeah, that was something. That was a great match. It's a fun one. But yeah, he had a racist chant with his Argentinian teammates about. I don't like I said, I never saw the
I
translation of it.
I know nothing. Yeah.
I know that's all I know, and I watched the video, but it's like not in English, so I don't understand what they're saying. So I'm just trusting people and judging by the reaction of some of the Chelsea players. I'm assuming that it's true because I know several of them unfollowed several of the French players unfollowed him. And so it's sort of like apparently he did release an apology
Hmm.
last night, our time. It was late last night. He released an apology, and I get that. And apparently he did reach out to his teammates and apologize to them as well. So
Hmm.
there's that. I mean, I, it's and now then. Oh, and Chelsea released a club statement today about they're doing an internal investigation. But it's one of those things like it's definitely going to take time, I think, to build back trust with his teammates. That's probably will never be the same again.
Yeah.
Because regardless if and I don't understand the whole history between this Argentina and French thing. I don't get it.
Yeah. Same.
So I'm not pretending like I know all this history. And these people trying to like, and I've seen people try to rationalize it with when the French they had their N'Golo Kante chant after they won the World Cup, and it said something about Messi in there, like, but they just said Messi's name. They didn't make a racist remark. Like it's a little different. Like if you're just taking a dig at a person, like a player, and you're not making
Hmm.
it racially motivated, that's one thing. But if you make it racially motivated, that sort of changes the narrative as well it should. Like it's a
Yeah.
big difference. Like you when you're like I know whenever, growing up talking trash on the basketball court, but you would never say anything racist to anybody. Like it's just like it's not that personal. Like it's not because that's not what you believe. Like so it's I don't know, man. It's a messy
Yeah.
situation. I really am concerned for how it's going to affect our club this year.
Yeah.
Um, it's gonna. Reska's already got a challenge on his hands on how he's going to handle this.
Man, Clown Car FC or whatever we are,
Mm-hmm.
Clown FC. I'm reading the chant. I'm reading the thing about the chant. Uh, it's not great.
It's not
I mean, obviously, I'm not saying it on the
obviously,
channel.
yeah,
But yeah, Fafana, I think, shared it and said the caption "uninhibited racism." I would agree.
yeah,
That's
okay,
not that's not a good chant.
yeah,
Like it's actually appalling. So
yeah.
I don't know why he
It's
would do that. I mean, I
yeah,
agree with what you're saying though. Like, I mean, like his apology sounded sincere to me, and I think
yeah,
he has apologized personally to the teammates and all that.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, it's not. I don't know why you would film yourself singing that
yeah.
in the first place. That's kind of the weird thing about it.
It is. It is the weird thing, and I mean, like I know Nico shared pictures of like Enzo interacting with an African American kid or something like that. Like a
Hmm.
mom brought her kid to the park and he was playing
Yeah, yeah,
peekaboo with them, which is a really nice picture and is showing Enzo's friendly.
yeah,
So it's one of those things like, but that's the thing is like once you are filmed and it's put out there into the
yeah,
world and the ether that you're saying those words, people will never trust your opinions again. Or when you tell them,
yeah.
"Hey, I'm not a racist," well, there's this
Right.
video out there of you singing a chant that's pretty racist. So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
once it's out, and there's really no like, yeah, you might be able to repair your reputation some,
Hmm.
but there will always be people that doubt it, and there will always
Yeah,
be those
yeah,
kind of people. So, and I mean, rightfully so. I mean, you can't tell them that they have a right to not doubt him, or
yeah,
because they have every right to feel that way. So
yeah.
it's just a messed up
I
situation.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree with you. I'm a little worried about how this will affect the team. I mean, I like to think that they'll come out stronger on the back end, but I
Hmm.
mean, Fofana's reaction to that I think is
Yeah,
warranted, and
100%, 100%.
and he I mean he's gonna be like Enzo's going to have a long road, I guess, with
Hmm.
the rest of the
I
team.
agree.
But I again, like I mean, I agree with everything you said. Like if Nico sharing pictures of him, uh, like obviously, uh, like not like that would show his character.
Hmm. Yeah.
uh, but if he's yeah, and his apology said he got caught up in the moment. But and I'm guessing I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for him, so I'm not going to. But he said he got caught up in the moment. He's apologized to everybody. I haven't read Chelsea's statement yet. Maybe
Essentially, it's
I'll go
just
try to
saying that
find
they're
that.
investigating it. I mean, this was like after it came out, like there was several prominent Chelsea people, like ex people. They were like, "Look, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be, you know, Enzo's gonna apologize. He's gonna apologize to make a public statement. He's gonna apologize to his teammates.
Right?
Chelsea's gonna investigate, and then they're gonna fine him, and that's gonna be the end of it." And that's
Yeah.
probably exactly what is going to happen. Maybe I mean I could honestly see us maybe suspending him for some matches.
hmm
Um,
Fox Sports is saying we will discipline him.
yeah, he's
They've
gonna get
begun
disciplined.
disciplinary action. Yeah.
Yes, it's just a matter of whether he gets fined or suspended. Like I don't know what the because I know the FA has rules about racial
Yeah.
abuse and stuff like that. So I'm not sure like what their guidelines are and if we would just sort of follow those guidelines in our investigation. Like
hmm
if it's like say it's just for I don't know what it is, 3 match ban or whatever.
Yeah.
If we would just ban him for 3 matches or whatever.
Yeah, the French Soccer Federation has pledged to file a complaint. So
Hmm.
that means FIFA will also be looking into it.
That's why I gotta dig into this French Argentina beef because I don't get it. I don't understand the French Argentina
Yeah.
beef. So
Apparently, the chant emerged before the Argentinian team beat France, before Argentina beat France
okay.
in the World Cup in 2022. The derogatory
Mm.
chants single out France players of African heritage from several countries and holding a French passport. I mean, that's pretty much the gist. Fernandez
Oh, because they were
apologized for getting,
refugees and went to the country because they were fleeing their countries because they were war torn and they needed a place to go stay, and so
yeah,
they fled to France.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah, let's disparage people
that's
for that reason.
yeah. Well, when I went to the pool game last year, I mean, there's some pretty bad chants against
Yeah,
pool, and the club was pretty quick to release an announcement. I
yeah.
don't even think we were out of the
Well,
stadium yet
I
for the
mean,
club released an announcement
yeah,
about that, and so I'm just saying that as like a the club typically
it's
does take this stuff kind of like very
they do.
seriously, and they do proceed pretty quickly.
That's one thing that's
So,
always amazed me about like football in general is just
hmm
the amount of racial abuse that there is. And I just don't
hmm
like I don't understand like because it does really seem to just be a football thing. Like because there's
yeah,
no other
yeah,
like all other sports like in America, there's never any real racial abuse in any of our major sports.
mm,
Like in American football and basketball, baseball, uh, like in those kind of sports, there's not a lot of racial abuse. I can't think of any instances, but I can think of numerous instances. Like this year with Vinny at Real Madrid getting racially abused on multiple occasions, and I'm just like,
hmm
I don't like why. I don't know. It's a problem, and I mean you do have to look at the footballing world is trying to address it, but it really just comes down to people just being assholes and dicks
yeah,
about everything, and it sucks that people are like that, man. I don't get it, but
yeah. Well, and I mean, it's why they have the no room for racism
yeah,
marketing thing.
hmm
Obviously, it still needs.
it's needed. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's still needed. So, yeah, I freaking yeah. It's this is sad. I
it is. It
can't
is.
believe. I actually can't believe you would knowing that there are black French players
Yeah,
on your team. I
yeah,
can't believe you would post that.
yeah.
So yeah.
And I mean, like, the thing is they weren't even playing France. It wasn't
I
even.
know.
Why are you taking a shot at
Yeah.
France? You're not even playing them at this point.
Yeah.
They didn't, and it wasn't like they just won the Euros or something earlier in the day. It was freaking Spain won the Euros.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's a
I don't
good
know.
thing Caicedo is the midfielder we really need.
Yep,
So
we got Dewsbury Hall now, Jason. Um,
Fernandez losing his spot because he's an idiot,
yep. But yeah, I
chanting
guess
hateful things.
man, yeah, I don't know. It's a mess. Hopefully the team works through it. But I mean, I get like, I mean, if trust is broken, trust is broken. You can't like that's the thing is like as a person, you can't go to Fofana and Badiashile and DCC and Gusto. I'm probably I think I'm missing some French players. But you can't go to those players and be like, hey, you guys need to forgive Enzo and start working with him. You it
Holy
doesn't
cow.
work
Yeah,
like
no,
that. You can't do that. So it's like
man,
literally, it's up to them, and they have the right to feel however they want to feel in this situation.
absolutely.
So, but and then people talking about sell Enzo, and I'm like, we can't afford to. We're not
Nope.
gonna we're not gonna sell him because he's on a 7-year contract,
Yeah.
and we can't afford to sell him. We would lose like $80 million. It would literally probably ruin the club financially for
What
years.
is up with our players? Like, John Terry he got investigated for racism, slept with his best friend's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we got a cat kicker on the team.
Don't
We,
forget the snake slept with the De Bruyne's fiance, I believe. I believe Courtois
yeah.
slept with De Bruyne's
Oh, yeah.
fiance. So yeah, that happened.
So we got that. Now we got one of the most expensive midfielders in the world being openly racist or saying, or yeah, doing openly racist chants and being openly racist on his Instagram. I mean, against players on our team.
Yep. I
What the hell? What
don't
are
know,
we?
man.
Who are we? What is this
And
team?
look, we were doing so good, and not
Yeah.
having like anything like dramatic happen for like a week, and then this happens. It's like, well, there we go. We're back to being normal again. Something stupid's happening at Chelsea.
Jesus, man.
It is.
All right.
Well,
I'm just gonna do a peruse around, see what else is going on.
it's Enzo Maresca's first week.
Yeah.
Ball accounts. Apparently, players are loving his training sessions. That's what they're telling people. So I don't know.
Matt Law.
Yay,
This
Matt
is
Law.
this is not a good symbol in some
Oh yeah, you probably
places, is
shouldn't
it?
do that. According to 4chan, that's racist, Jason.
Oh yeah. Oh no. If we had any listeners, they would conspiratorially think that
Yeah,
we just talked
4chan.
about how one of our players is a horrible racist,
Yeah,
and then did the white national symbol. God,
golly, 4chan. There's a bunch of weirdos
I
everywhere,
was just
man.
saying okay. I was just saying
Yeah.
okay, people. Jesus.
Um, but yeah. So Maresca's first week. I don't know. Oh, oh, uh, Chelsea is now interested in a new young South American, Jason. A
Oh,
Brazilian,
nice.
Gabriel Meek. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
sent
know.
that to me earlier.
Yeah, some young South American kid again.
Yeah.
You know, hey.
Oh, I got transfer news too.
Oh, you got some transfer news laid on me, Jason. What kind of transfer news you got?
I mean, I'm sure you already know it, but apparently Napoli are confident that they can get a good rate for Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, yes, I have seen
Are
that,
they?
and I think my tweet was, "Thank God we're finally getting that fat ass out the club," or something to that extent. Yeah.
Daniel, I just want everybody to know Daniel is racist against Belgians. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. That's not
People, if you
that's not
if
accurate.
people have listened to or watched this podcast, they probably think I hate fat people. I really don't. I
Yeah,
just don't
yeah,
like Poch and Lukaku. So,
yeah.
but they
Daniel
just
just hates
happen to be
fat people.
fat. They just happen to be fat. I did say the other day on Twitter at somebody commented about it was I commented on a photo of Maresca was he was training with the players during
Yeah.
training, and I was like, somebody said something about Potch. I was like, yeah, Potch never could do that because he was too fat. And somebody replied to me and said, "What are you talking about? Potch was a world class footballer." I'm like, I'm not even going to entertain that
Yeah,
response because
was.
if you didn't
Was.
get the fact that that was sarcasm coming from me and that like that was gonna just leave it. I'm not even going to entertain that. But
Yeah.
um,
You never know
yeah,
what people are going to say.
you
They're
really
like,
don't.
one day when we're famous, they're going to find this episode and they're going to chop it
Yeah,
up. And
probably.
then what we're going to do is we're going to delete all of our old episodes
Yeah,
because they're like our production quality would be so much greater that we don't want these out there and people are going to like use it against us somehow.
yeah.
I don't know why I have this beef with our non-listeners right now. Like
Oh yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
because they're not listening. That's why. That's our beef with our
Yeah.
non-listeners because they're not
Listen
listening.
to us.
Um. So yeah, there's not. I don't think there. I mean, there's no other transfer news. We haven't. I mean, we're not really. We there was some rumors that we're going back in for Osherman now, which I don't think is true. He's too much. Same thing with Nico Williams. People keep screaming for us to get Nico, and I'm like, guys, his salary's too high. I mean, that's literally every report that comes out is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we appreciate Nico, but his. And I don't think Nico's the end all be all. I think he's a touch overrated. That's just me. Even though I mean, like, look, he had a good decent Euros. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think he's that great. But
One more year for Nico. I'm okay with giving Nico one more year.
yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. This year is gonna be interesting. I'm excited. We do play next week, Jason. You realize that, right?
I was
Our
going to ask
first
that. Yeah.
preseason match is next week. I'm not sure what day. I'm looking at it right now. The 24th. So we play a week from today.
Okay.
Next Wednesday, we play Wrexham.
Do you want to do predictions?
We're recording Monday, aren't we?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got time.
We'll say predictions. We'll try to
Okay.
give the people teasers. But yeah, we'll
God, we're
talk
back
about.
in predictions. Jeez.
Well, the thing is, Jason, preseason doesn't count,
It's
so
annoying.
it just gives us time to warm up.
Oh, we're
So
mulling. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Got you.
we're
Yeah.
warming up. We're warming up during preseason. But yeah, we got first match next week. I guess that's probably what we'll talk about Monday on the podcast. I'll give someone to talk about. Um, talk about Wrexham, and those episodes tend to do numbers because we get to put Wrexham in the title. So,
Hell yeah. Cannot
but
wait.
my voice is
Dude.
shot.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
dying over here. So, you got anything else you want to add, Jason, to this episode?
No, man. I think this episode got heavy real fast.
It got heavy real fast. We talked about the heavy issue, and
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was not a lot of room for joking in this episode. So, um, it which
Yeah.
probably helps it's a shorter episode because I don't think I can go very much longer with this
Yeah.
voice.
Well,
Um,
let's end this.
all right, dude. Tell these people where they can find us, then, man.
We are on X, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and YouTube, and Substack. So catch us on all the things. You can see us. You can read us. You can tweet us
I like
at
that.
Red White Blues FC.
That's right. Right down there at the bottom, guys. And you can listen to us on Spotify or Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast at these days. Or like Jason said, if you want to see our ugly mugs, you can go to YouTube and watch us there. Um, we are there. So yeah, maybe I don't know. We'll talk about it. I don't know. Live stream the game next Wednesday night
Ooh,
if you're
maybe,
not busy. Maybe. Oh
maybe,
man,
maybe.
maybe. But yeah. Until next time, until Monday night, we'll back to regular schedule programming next week.
Yes.
So next week we should be back to normal. I guess we'll start doing 2 episodes again in preparation for the season because of being in the conference league, baby. Yeah. Mm. European trouble winners. Here we
I
come.
love it. Yeah.
But until next time, guys and girls, we'll get you guys on the flip side.
Yo, we condemn racism wholeheartedly. Flippity floppity.